Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, the Jenkins Media, and I appreciate for your support, and that means a lot to me. Thank you very much. To start with, today we want to look at what is development. And most people are asking to say, what is development? Simply, let me introduce you to this point that most of you know. Development is more or less like a revolution. Revolution means that things are changing up a day and night. They are changing. That's why we see that each day that comes, there's a new discovery of something. The way they make that thing, it's like a sort of perfection. Everyone has to introduce perfection to something that has already existed, and that's the key essential of development. We're looking at the rate at which new things are discovered and brought into existence. But how does this occur? It's going to occur when somebody accepts mentally to say they need to change. They need to bring something new. They need to introduce new ideas in the way they do things. That's development. Without you introducing your mind to change, meaning that there is no development at the end of the day. Imagine a new road that is created, that is made aside a walk path that is filled with thorns. If people are not willing to accept the value of development, they're not going to use the new road because they have not accepted the value of development. And this is why most Zambians are lacking behind, because they have not seen the importance of development. Their minds are not adapting to the new changes. Why am I saying this? You know, in life, new things come, but it's bound to us to accept that these things are adding value. Most people are still living in the dark ages of seeing things to say. Most of the things are that are created have side effects. But let's take, for instance, a computer has enhanced the way we do things, because a cell phone is something that has enhanced the rate of communication. A long time ago, somebody had to walk from a distance to another distance, like covering a certain distance, covering certain kilometers, maybe a day, reaching to that destination. And sometimes it was too late, because at a certain point, that information that was supposed to be delivered in a single day had lost value because of the time range between the destination to the next destination. So like it loses value. So what am I trying to put on the table is that as human beings, we need to accept that we need to change as time changes. So we find that in most countries, youths are more developed compared to the youths that we have here in Zambia. It's because as youths in Zambia, we've not seen the importance of development. One affecting factor is the dependence syndrome. We introduced to a culture that we believe that you have to be with your parents up to a certain age, maybe age of 23, somewhere there. You're still living with your parents, you still depend on them, which is not supposed to be ideal, because at the age of 18, when you get to 18, you're reasonable enough to start doing your own things. You're reasonable enough to start investing in your life. One thing you need to understand is that time is money, and time evolves and time changes. So as time moves on, we cannot replace the time that we've wasted the previous day. And this is the most reason why I tell people that don't focus on something that you didn't do right yesterday, because you might not be able to compensate that. The importance of not looking at what you did wrong yesterday is that you need to focus on what's coming tomorrow. I might have failed yesterday, but I don't really look at blame myself for failing yesterday. I learned from that mistake why I failed and improve on what I need to do next. That's how much we need to understand that we have to change as time moves on. I know at the end of the day, we have the government of the day that's there to create opportunities for us to find employment, to do other activities. But one thing I believe in, the government comes in the government of the day comes in so that it can facilitate on the possibilities or making it so easier for us to see opportunities to do a lot of things. And one thing you need to understand is that the government is not mandated to give employment to everyone. It's mandated to find opportunities, to create opportunities for people to find employment, but it's not mandated to offer employment to every individual. It's just there to create a favorable environment that somebody can actually pave through an opportunity to create a life. That's the duty of the government. And the moment you understand that the government is just obligated to create a slot for an opportunity for someone to do something, the better you meet your success. We are always talking about people becoming successful, but the reason is that the gap between the successful or the rich and the poor is that the poor don't see the opportunity of tomorrow. They find money today, they want to spend it and finish it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing about spending money. No, it's not a bad thing. We all need to spend money at some point. But we also have to look at what it's going to bring at the end of the day. What am I spending my money on? Most of the youths in Zambia would have been so successful. The problem is that we're looking at activities that would not generate anything at the end of the day. I look at my life and I understand that I need to create value for my life. I need to do something different, something unique, because life is changing. And that's it. I'm always looking at myself in those angles. And the moment I realize that I need to change, I need to evolve, the better the sooner. Because life isn't going to wait for me. And if I told someone that life is hard, I'll be telling you the truth. But if I told you that life was easy, I'll be lying to you, because life is not easy. Life is hard. And you need to do your level best to get the best out of it. And people say life is not fair. But at the end of the day, I discovered that life is fair because it has given us all sorts of opportunities. It's up to us to see what best suits me and what best am I good at. And the greatest torture that has led to the lack of development in Zambia is that parents force kids to do certain careers that they feel that they will generate money for them. But the thing is not about what you're working for. It's about what you are happy about. If you want to evolve, you want to change in life, find something that you're good at and do it to your level best. Because the moment you do something that you're good at the level best, you will evolve because you enjoy doing something. And that's what you're doing.